Alrighty, folks. With us on Zoom, I got Volk. That's how you say that, right?
Yeah, it is. Hey, how's it going?
I probably should have got that right. I'm fairly new to your guys' music, so I just caught you guys at
Okay.
on the Moonrunners live stream a couple weeks ago, and was
Yeah.
really impressed with your music. And I do this podcast, so I thought I'd try to get you guys on and play some of your guys' music. How are you guys doing?
We're
We're
good.
good.
Staying busy.
Staying busy, trying to stay safe, stay healthy.
Good.
Um,
So you guys in Nashville? Is that what I read?
yes, sir.
We are. We've been in Nashville for about 4 years. We moved here in 2016.
Yeah, I think December 1st was my 4-year official anniversary of actually living here, like having residence.
Where are you?
For
Where are
me.
you guys from originally?
You go first, Chris.
I'm from Texas, East Texas.
I'm from San Diego, California, and we met in Berlin, actually, in Germany. So we had just moved back from Germany in 2016.
What were you guys doing in Germany?
I was working at an international school teaching history and literature and English language and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had just originally come to Berlin after college for theater, and then ended up teaching English and whatnot, and got into the music scene there, which was cool.
Oh, right on. That's cool.
Yeah.
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 So, it says you guys have been a band since 2017. Is that correct? Or is that just when you put your first album?
We've actually been a band since.
Yeah.
No, we've been a band since 2013, actually.
Oh,
13
really?
or 14? No, 13. Because our first.
Yeah. I don't know.
Totally wrong.
Anyway, fake
We gotta,
news.
we gotta fix that.
Fake news.
Fire. That who?
I must have got that
but,
from Fox News.
Yeah,
Fox
exactly.
News, big news.
Exactly.
No, yeah, 2013 we met. Weirdly enough, just at a open mic at a place called Madame Claus that was like a renovated old like bordello. And it was just a really cool hang, and we both were just kind of workshopping songs and ran across each other. And I think our first like recorded stuff that we put up was an EP called Boutique Western Swing Compositions, and that's what came out in 2014. That's why I thought 2014. I think it's been a long while. It's better part of a decade.
That's all right. Am I losing you guys? I think I was losing you guys for a second.
Oh. I don't know. Are you connected to?
I am connected to my Wi-Fi. Hold on. Let's just use data here.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. I lost your video too, but that's all right. We'll just use the audio.
Are we back?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, we hear you.
I can actually hear you a lot better now too. So.
Oh, okay.
Sweet. That's awesome.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. You guys met and all the way in Germany and ended up coming back, and so I saw on your website you guys have played with a lot of good bands and stuff like that. You guys from like Shooter Jennings to, I'm trying to think. I'm kind of spaced out today.
No, it's okay.
But who would you say are some of your favorite people to play with?
Favorite to open for was a real treat to open for Diarrhea Planet before they broke up. It was like just a couple months later. It was like when we were first them in Memphis. We love the band Brother Oh Brother, who they are also the label that we're on.
I think awesome. The most exciting artist we've opened for that was actually a big deal, and it was very purposeful that we were opening up for them, was in Indianapolis. We opened up for Charlie Crockett at the Hi-Fi.
Charlie
Crockett, probably one of their. He's just such a class act, and that was just last year actually, and it went really well. It was super fun to have this this cowpunk duo opening up for this probably soon to be country legend, if not already. You know, I mean, I know he doesn't consider himself strictly country. It was a cool mix up of a night. The crowd loved it, like having both, in one evening.
Yeah.
Right on.
Mix.
Yeah, that usually that crowd kind of is pretty open to whatever, as long as it's real, and honest music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Can't believe that was really just a year ago.
Yeah, that was last year.
Oh man,
That's my highlight at least.
Yeah, definitely. That I mean, I don't know how that slipped my mind because that was cool, and we do what we feel is a pretty good cover of Ray Wiley Hubbard's Snake Farm.
Oh, right
And there
on.
was a video taken there, and somebody shared it, and Ray Wiley Hubbard saw it and shared it, and it was really cool to just kind of get that recognition from one of our heroes.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's awesome! What a great feeling that had.
Yeah.
Because that is
Yeah.
He was like, and he's just,
Yeah.
Absolutely. And he's not a man of like he kind of says what he means sort of thing. And
Yeah.
he was like, he wrote, dig this, I do. It was hilarious.
Yeah. It was cool, and it's sincere coming from him because he's just, he's establishment, so he doesn't have to really beckon to anybody. He just kind of says what he wants. And he just got on Twitter, and it is amazing. Like his comments.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So I noticed when I was watching your live feed for the Moonrunners, you're making a lot of cracks about like comparing yourselves to the White Stripes.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you guys actually did draw inspiration from them, or if you were just making those comments because of the fact that you're a duo. That's a two-piece.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can speak to that. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's hard nowadays for any rock duo to not be inspired by the White Stripes just because of the territory that Jack and Meg were able to cover, and just even in terms of listeners.
Yeah.
And also just like sonically what they created, which was of course heavily influenced from all the Detroit sounds. It's not like they were the first duo ever, certainly, but even just you could say like the ethos or like the mantra of Jack White and like and what he brought to the White Stripes, and from like aesthetic to rawness to realness, and then also just being able to kind of also play with your fans, and have fun with it, and not so like take yourself seriously and not take yourself seriously. But in many different ways, we're inspired by them for sure.
Yeah, it's just like any guitarist playing the pentatonic scale, like you're thinking Jimi Hendrix. It's just they blaze the trail for it to be okay that there's not that that underlying bass. And just like quintessential rock band or garage rock. That's what garage is.
And it rips,
it
still rips. It's not really I wouldn't say it's lacking for anything.
No.
Oh, no.
It makes up in a lot of different ways. And especially like that live thing where I usually try to take of like watching old videos of the White Stripes of how much energy both of them have to fill that and just make it even more interesting than a 5-piece band would be, because if you have 5 people just standing around on stage, it can be pretty boring.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you guys, the reason I was kind of asking is because I saw the White Stripes when I was 20 years old, and I walked away from that concert, and I said to my friend, I said, someday we will tell our kids we saw the White Stripes. And it was one of the most, as a musician, it changed my life. It was one of the most inspiring things I've ever seen in my life. So when I saw you guys playing, I wasn't like, wow, these guys are ripping the White Stripes off. That's not where my mind went. But you guys do have a lot of that same energy, which is great. And I think that's what really drew me to you guys, to be honest, is that energy that I almost think you can only get that from a 2-piece band. Like you were saying, sometimes when you get a 5-piece band up there, it's kind of boring. And one of the great things about Jack White was he was playing he was playing so many instruments on stage. There's shit up there I didn't even know what it was, to be honest, and he just didn't miss a beat, and he didn't say hardly anything. There was no conversing on the mic, and at this point, this was the Get Behind Me Satan album, so they had a good catalog behind him, and he was really playing the piano a lot and stuff.
Amazing. Yeah.
So he played probably 90% of the catalog and just didn't stop the whole time. Just throwing instruments down. It was great. So, but yeah, it was good to see you guys play. It was a change of pace from some of the stuff that was on the Moonrunners weekend too. So that's what I really
Yeah.
like. A lot of energy in you guys, and I really dig that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we just like even like there's obviously the White Stripes influence is gonna be there, but we also just have many other influences like we say unabashedly we're a country band or we're a rock duo that desperately just wants to be a country band.
Yeah.
And that element it never really gets there. Like the cool thing I always think about is Volk, what I tell is like all of our songs fail like to be what they want to be and become this new cool thing. We're trying to do it there, but then it turns into this cool like punk rock thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
speaking of like Jack White inspirations, I feel like I've always thought of Volk as like our song, the songs that we love, our songwriter influence is very heavy on country, which is actually quite similar. You know, I mean, Jack White talks about Hank Williams is like as a prophet, you know, and the way the man could write songs. And to me, Hank Williams is like, you know, one of the OGs of country. Yeah. So to take that love of emotional song, like fierce rock and roll punk backbone, it's just a beautiful combo, you know, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
A lot of
There's
people
also
say
that
Hank
just, like,
Williams was the
rival,
first
like,
punk rocker.
charm.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, between him and like Wanda Jackson, you know, like they call her the queen of rock and roll. It's like, you know, they were trailblazers in their own way.
I saw her at Muddy Roots.
Did you really?
Yeah, the second one, and she hadn't missed a beat. She's
awesome.
She's so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like also incorporating that too, that the songwriting and the wit and charm of like especially like with this new single that we're releasing, Welcome to Cashville, I feel like we were really channeling like a song like Waylon Jennings, Are You Sure Hank Done It This Way, of like, we're gonna call this shit here and we're gonna say it in a very sarcastic manner. For me. So like that element is in there too.
Right on. Cool. Yeah, I think, it's been building for a few years. I mean, Hank 3 kind of did a lot of the whole fuck pop country shit, but it's like it's building beyond that at this point. I think people in general are kind of tired of the stereotypical fucking country music, you know?
Yeah.
I think the thing that we rail against most of all, and like what we've always billed ourselves as is a live band, and just like railing against the death of live music.
Yeah.
And just remind people and shake people out of their comatose state of like, be together, like not right now, obviously, be safe, but like appreciate this social wonderfulness that can happen, especially like when you discover a new band, you know, like that first time you saw the White Stripes, that's probably more meaningful to like, you know, me just discovering them, you know, on MTV. Like I remember I saw the About a Girl video and I was kind of like, what is this? But I feel like if I had seen them live, like, and just had like their bands like Gravel Tones, also awesome duo out of England, and I have a very like personal connection, I feel like, with them because to the table and things like that. And I think that's what we really rail against too, just not just country music, but there's almost all genres basically. It's just like, it's not Spotify at the end of the day, stupid. Like it's that real life connection.
Well, I think everyone gets space for what they love. You know, like some people really do just love the music part and listening and what a world they have now. You know, the world is their oyster. Like they have so much opportunity to listen to everything. I mean, you have access to everything nowadays. But we're definitely heavily like leaning towards as like being live, you know.
And you probably got like, I've talked to a lot of the other bands who did the Moonrunners Fest. It just felt so good to feel that connection again, and like it felt really good playing that. So maybe nobody's there.
And you know, like we filmed that, you know, but it was still a performance. Like we were very strict about it being like no stop and go, you know.
Yeah. That was actually, Moonrunners did a heck of a job. That's probably the best best
Yeah.
one of those online festivals that I've seen. It was really cool being in the chat room and you could watch it. Look great on a TV, sounded great on a TV, and it was just, it was really good how they did it. It was unique.
Yeah.
It was, they did it right. And I think that's what really made the experience good.
What's your connection to Moonrunners? Do you know Josh?
Yeah, I know Josh. Well, he did Outlaw Radio for a number of years, and he used to
Ah,
play my music on there. I was on the second compilation album. I played the Moonrunners Festival too on the third day.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So
nice.
Awesome.
yeah, so we've known each other for a long time, like 10 years probably. So
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah.
Josh is great. He's always been supportive of us when we started playing in Chicago.
Mhm.
And I thought he and David, who was running the actual broadcasting, just did an amazing job. Like that, as I agree, that's like the best one I've seen.
Yeah. I don't know
I've just
much
seen
about I don't know much about the guy that was running the show, but he did a heck of a job. I guess he's from Canada, is what Josh was saying.
David from Canada.
The mystery man.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually called him and talked to him for a little bit. Like, how did you do that? And he just was filling me on all this stuff because I'm looking more into getting into that thing. Just because, we don't really know how long this COVID thing is going to last. And maybe the silver lining is of, I do love live music the most, but like having other ways of connection and figuring out good, smart ways to do that through technology that allows us to connect and can allow, hopefully, in the end of the day, bands to make some sort of living off the thing that they love.
Yeah.
So that's the mystery of 2021.
Yeah. Well, and we'll roll back a little bit. You're talking about how, people don't appreciate the live aspect of music as much as they used to. And I'd have to agree, but I'll tell you, I think one of the one things that this pandemic might have done that's going to be positive is I think by the time this is over, people are going to be back to wanting that again.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So I think it might be good for music in the long run. Because the music scene kind of got oversaturated for a minute when the Facebooks and everything first hit, because I feel like a lot of people could record, a lot of people could book, shows. So
you can buy Facebook likes and YouTube views.
Exactly. I don't want to shit on people that are trying to make music that they love, but it's kind of like everybody got a turn at playing, so it wasn't always the quality of music that people were seeing wasn't always great, I guess is the best way to say it. But I think that people are going to be ready to see some live music once this is done. I think maybe the venues will fill up again, which the bands and the venues desperately need that.
And that's why it's really important to help the venues that we have stay open.
Yeah.
Any way, which way we can. And organizers like Josh doing these things, helping them survive this time. So like when we do come back, they're back and we can all, and do it responsibly, obviously, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So you guys want to talk a little bit?
We're just doing audio.
Oh, we're just doing audio? Okay.
Yeah, we'll just do audio. So you guys want to talk a little bit more about this single? Sorry, we kind of got sidetracked, and I know you guys want to pump that up some.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. The main thing that we're trying to do this week is encourage fans and anybody who will listen to go follow a pre-save link that we've set up for a Spotify pre-save.
Cool. That's
available on all of our socials, Instagram, and our newsletter on our website. That basically, as it says, it pre-saves the song to your Spotify account, so when it drops, you're notified. And just trying to encourage folks to go and do that, and shamelessly just saying is like it really Spotify plays, make people aware of us, and we're not 1,000 plays equals about $100.
I mean, we're not clearly not using the platform to make money, but it actually, so what happens is like once you pre-saved the song, it actually adds it to your library, and that's what's like so great about it, is it automatically adds the song to your whole, like every song you have, your library. And you're already following us, so it's a great way for us to like have all of these people, with the song queued up already.
And just unfortunately, my arch nemesis for life, Tom York of Radiohead fame, has a song that says Volk in it. So he always beats us in terms of like if you search just Volk. So really help us with that. It's a vanity thing, Aaron. But yeah. And then we're really excited about this song. It's been over a year in the making. We recorded it at Threshold Studios with our good friend Bone.
It's 2 years in the making.
Oh God, it's 2 years. Oh God. Yeah, we recorded 2 years ago the whole album, and
we were planning on releasing it like early summer this year.
And there's a silver lining there. It's like being a DIY band, and we're not. We have a label distributor, but we are not like, oh, you have to release this now. But we can like have really been allowed to think about and plan how we want to put things out and release it in a good way. But we are like really excited to show this song in particular because it's kind of like our closer for sets. It's always like usually my favorite song to play, just to get everybody riled up and stuff like that. And I'm jumping off stage and jumping off things, usually falling.
It's our love song, AC/DC inspired love song.
Yeah. We recorded it 2 years ago now. And we're just really excited for people to hear it. And, I keep on telling people, like, take all the frustration and anger from this year and just blast the sucker when it comes out. Cause that's what I like to do in my car. Because it's definitely a song that doesn't hold back. Sonically.
Right on. I'm looking forward to hearing it. Yeah. So that's it's exciting, man. I'm excited for you guys. So speaking of Volk, so I looked it up. It's got different definitions in a lot of different languages. What's the meaning to it to you guys?
Our original intention was just, so going back to the Berlin days, we were both playing folk music and bluesy folk music in the open mics. And we kind of just considered, we're like a folk band. But as you can see from us talking, we love AC/DC, ZZ Top, Queen, Killers, loud, obnoxious rock music of any sort, Jet. And we really wanted to eventually at least add that element. And so like, electric guitars, electricity, voltage plus folk equals Volk. It was just kind of coincidence with because the German word for folk is Volk, but it's pronounced the same way. It's just the vowel of the German alphabet.
Yeah, it means wolf in another language as well, and some
Russian.
Yeah. Yep, there you go. So
I learned that too.
Well, that's cool though. That fits you guys. It suits you. So,
Thank you.
But so I mean, is there anything else you guys think you want to add before we wrap this up? I know that you guys are on a bit of a time crunch, and
I think that's it. Thank you so much for having us, Aaron. It's a treat to talk to other musicians. I wish we could sort of shoot the shit back and forth about how we're all, I don't know, survival tactics, but at least we have the music, That's what I say.
Yeah.
And we could definitely do this again sometime too.
Yeah, totally.
Sure.
Yeah.
We should do a touring one.
Yeah. When we're coming through Oregon, like that was kind of the big plan for 2020.
Oh, really?
Eventually, I think we were on track to get into some. I can't remember.
Yeah, finally hit the West Coast. We just, you want to go to the West Coast and actually make money. So there's got to be a plan there.
Well,
I've never been to that part of the country too. So
I used to book a music festival called Ruckus in the Boonies out here, and
cool.
So I got some hookups, and actually most of my hookups are up in the Seattle Tacoma area right now. So if you guys get out here, hit
Heck
me up. I
yeah.
can get you guys some shit.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We absolutely will.
Yeah.
That
Book it for when it is safe.
when it's ready.
Let's get
Yeah.
that vaccine out.
I'm not too good in the. I'm actually not too good in the Oregon area, to be honest with you. I mean, I probably get in Pendleton, but I'm better in Washington, to be honest.
Yeah.
Nice. I love Washington. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like we're considering moving out there at some point. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. It sounds like you have the same experience that we have, like with Nashville, and like how we actually prefer playing places like Detroit.
Yeah, actually, you're 100% right. I actually prefer smaller towns too, because I mean, Portland's dog shit to play. I'll be honest. Seattle.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Seattle's not too much better, but Tacoma, man, I'll tell you, it's like all the shithole towns that people don't want to mention or go to that are the best. Like Tacoma, everybody says it's a shithole, but man, I love playing Tacoma. Yeah, there's a bunch.
I believe it. I believe it.
So, but yeah, Portland's dog shit to play. I mean, it's so hard to get anybody out there, and so I imagine if Nashville's kind of the same way. Austin's a lot the same way too. I think
Absolutely. Just like there's a lot of industry going on here, and you can play. Like the question isn't having a space to play. It's just like, is anyone going to give a shit, and are you actually going to have a good time?
Yeah, you're going to get paid.
And are you going to make some freaking money?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was Austin. I've never made a dime in Austin. But I can get a show there at 8 different places.
Yeah, exactly. We try to time our one hit in Austin for like around South by, and we're lucky because Chris went to school in Austin. So he's got some friends and folks that we kind of always play with, and they have their audience. So we kind of like automatically have like a few shows that we know we can sell some merch at and stuff. But we're lucky. We're lucky as all hell for that.
You're basically looking for the small towns within the town. Like you're looking for those communities, like for a town like Portland, or like we got really lucky in Detroit, a town like Minneapolis, a town like Indianapolis. What's a town that we just never? I don't want to say like Chattanooga, because just I'll shit on Chattanooga.
Some cities and towns are just so strange with the venues that they have. Like, I'm sure Des Moines, Iowa is a great place to play, but we have had shit luck playing there.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah, I've never had much luck in Iowa either.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's just
Wyoming,
like
another one I've had bad luck in.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. There's a few.
We'll do a touring. We'll do a touring podcast.
We'll do a touring dissection thing. Indie on the move. We'll do an Indie on the move expose of like, when things get back, here's where not to go.
We could wax poetic about that forever.
Just me railing against the city of Chattanooga for about an hour.
Take your breath.
All right.
Cool, man. Yeah, we really appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming on. Thank you so much. One last time, do you guys want to give a shout out to like your website and where people can find your music and stuff like that? And I'll also post links on the interview show.
Cool. Thank you, man. So our website is livevolk.com, and you can find everything there: Instagram, Spotify, Facebook. So I'm not even going to send you to those.
Which you can pre-save now.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yeah,
or
thank
pre-sale. But we just keep joking about the pre-sale. I was like, who does that? Ellie just told me to shut up. Well, cool, man.
All right. Thanks again for coming on. We'll get you on again soon.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right. Stay safe.
Yep. Bye.
Bye. Bye.